Step in.
Hauling cattle across North Dakota. I'm a truck driver. That's what I've been since I moved out of Vegas last summer. Went back to my family farm. Been starting my homestead, and you know, between trying to work out, find fights, I've been hauling livestock all over the place, hogs and cattle.
Have you gotten any sort of commitment from Racefo about
verbally? I think this was a little ad or a little preview or audition. So he seems to think that he's gonna stick with me for giving me a full-on chance. It's not a 2-week short notice. Actually, get put in a nice full fight camp. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see how other heavyweight fights go. Maybe see you guys August 2nd. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Now you face both guys in the main event. Do you have a prediction?
I don't, because yeah, last time I predicted it, I was way off. So you know what? They're both gamers, and you know, I'm pretty excited to see actually myself, see how it turns out.
Cool. Tim, that fight was pretty crazy. You obviously absorbed quite the kick there. Talk to me about what was going through your mind and how did that feel?
Yeah, I haven't been hit in the groin like that ever. In practice, in a fight, that was an instant. You know, usually, you know, I ate 2 good kicks from Danilo. You know, like, he started the fight with a body kick, and that really, I thought I was going to go down. It took a lot for me to stay on my feet. But yeah, no, it was an instant. You know, pain. Didn't even know I rolled. Didn't even know that I landed a shot. So everyone was talking about it afterwards. So yeah, no. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't agree. Don't like that.
Was it a lot of mental coaching in your head to continue the fight, or did once you got your time?
No, after I got kicked, I kind of actually prior to that, it was kind of an internal battle. You know, just keep going after the kick, and landed a couple shots, and just things weren't quite flowing right. But I knew that I was expecting that going in. You know, I only trained a week for this. And after absorbing the shot, it kind of motivated me. It kind of pissed me off a little bit. So maybe it worked out.
And you ultimately turned the tables on and got the finish. Talk to me about that. How good did that feel to come back here, to come to PFL and get your first win under the Spanner?
It felt great. You know, I guess that puts me on a 3-fight winning streak right now. Been a while since I've had one of those. So yeah, just feels good to get in the win column, and we'll see what happens.
Thanks.
I just got one here.
Okay.
So the kick lands, right? You land a very good overhand of your own. What's going through your head crowd-wise? Does the crowd play into effect with that at all? Where you're kind of like, I wonder what everyone else is thinking.
Well, I was wondering what was going on. Then they must have, and I knew they must have been doing the replay because I heard the oh. So I'm like, well, at least I know that everyone knows I actually got kicked in the groin. They don't think I'm just down here faking it. So yeah, no, it was a kind of. Then I don't know, they started cheering. When I got back up on my feet, everyone started cheering. I actually kind of threw a little extra pep in the step. So.
Absolutely fantastic. Appreciate it.
So work today in Smart Cage.
Yeah.
You don't get paid by the hour, but what do you hope for 2024 to look like the rest of the way here? Obviously, would like to have you back in PFL, but
yeah, hopefully no injuries are too bad. And things line up score-wise, and maybe sneak my way into the tournament. You know, I got to skip half of it, maybe, you know, so don't have to wait till next season to maybe sneak my way in $2 million. Maybe I can do it this year, but you know, hopefully I found a home and able to stay here or give it an actual real try one more time.
see you back here.
Tim, the last time you were here in Connecticut was back in 2020. You also recorded a first-round TKO victory. When you got the call, you were told you were coming back to Connecticut. Did you think about some of the times that you fought here before?
Yeah, actually the last time I fought was Moldovsky.
Oh,
yeah, that was for the interim fight. And I was happy with that fight, even though I didn't get the win. I was happy with that fight. But yeah, no, you know, Mohegan's Sun for a lot of Bellator people, it's like a second home. Right. Very familiar to us. Walk in, we know, you know, all the commission, everyone. We can BS around, and yeah, it's a very comfortable feeling.
And if you do get the PFL contract like you're hoping or presumably got, do you think that you'll put a hiatus to the truck driving?
Yeah, we'll see. There's something about wrestling cattle that just makes a person tougher, I think.
Yeah, I like it, man. Thank you.
When you walked in, you said the nuts are fine, but the wrist hurts. What happened to your wrist?
That next, right when we got back on our feet, the next time kind of came in, was going to do a fake takedown. He was also kicking. He actually kicked my fist and kind of jammed it all up. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
So I saw some people on social media saying this, but do you think that's the wildest first round that you've ever been in?
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of backs and forths, some kicks, some punches, some below the blow shots, and some ground and yeah, it was all over the place.
So you're 39 years old on a 3-fight winning streak. Is the next step winning that $1 million from the
I would like to think so, but a lot of what's glorious about heavyweights is that late 30s, 40 doesn't mean jack crap for us. It really doesn't. You can still look at the greatest, whatever, Stipe. There's plenty of people in their low 40s, mid 40s that fight throughout, even not maybe being at the top of their profession, but they're able to be fairly dang good yet. So we'll see what the next year or 2 or 3 bring out.
Well said, thank you.
Tim, heading into this, obviously you didn't have that first fight, 6 points, first round knockout. Is that going through your head? Are you saying like, hey, I got to get it out early, or are you not just thinking about a win?
I was thinking about the 6 points, and then already I talked to him, my coach, a little bit about it. I was like, if I don't get a knockout in that first round, I got to start thinking a little more financially, food on the table for my family, because I wasn't training for a fight. I didn't know how good my gas tank was. So I knew if I didn't get that first round finish, I'd probably have to gut out the rest of a fight. Maybe a bit of a boring fight, I don't know, but double the money is better than half the money. So
if my math is correct, you're sitting in third place right now, top 4 make it. You got 3 heavyweights that are below you that still have to fight.
Yep.
If 2 out of 3 of those go to the second round, you're in.
I know.
I mean, how close are you going to be watching that?
Yeah, definitely pay attention to that.
Good luck to you.
So if 2 out of 3 don't line up, my wrist is good. Don't worry about it.
Just one more from you, Tom. I know it said last week, one was my last, but you mentioned that was the wildest, probably first round you've ever been in. Where does it stack up with your experience in the fights that you've had across all of combat sports? Your favorite, or where do you think it stacks up?
Upper quarter.
Okay.
Upper quarter. Yeah. I mean, a couple of fights I've lost are even ahead of this one. Just for performance-wise, I came in pretty sloppy, pretty flabby, pretty out of shape, not very professional looking. I've kind of been a flabby guy my whole career anyways, so, but I like to, the type of fighter I am, I have to make sure I put in the work, and for me to have confidence when I'm in there. So that was a little bit of an internal battle tonight, knowing that I took a short notice fight, not putting in the hard work that I need to. And I'm just happy, my experience, all my fights, I was able to, gut it out.
Appreciate you.
Yep, thanks.